G'day there, YouTubers. It's James here. Again, I told you I was coming back. And this is for fresh movie reviews for Insidious, The Last Key. Now, again, spoilers, and this is the Insidious series, not the Conjuring series, even though they're almost identical. It doesn't help that Patrick... hold on. Patrick Wilson is in the first and second Insidious, and also in the Conjuring universe. It's like, dude, why did you do that? Seriously? But yeah. So how to explain this one? Insidious: The Last Key is a sequel to number 3, but a prequel to number 1 and 2, and yeah, so it's a sequel sequel, and if you wanted to watch them in order of that to make sense, you watch 3, then The Last Key, then 1 and 2. It's like, wait, what? So, this one kind of picks up... No, this one starts with a flashback of 1953 of Elise, like the elderly lady who's been in all... all of them, yeah, and she's the psychic woman. Get a picture. And, what angle can I do to get that bloody right? So you can see. I don't know. Yeah, she's... I don't know. You can obviously see her. Maybe. I don't know. Just type in Lynn Shane. But yeah, she's back in this one, and it's basically set in 1953 to start off with. And it's of how she got her powers to be or whatever, or how the entire thing is technically her fault. But yeah, so to get caught up, I watched number 3 earlier today, and it's number 3, like I said, is the prequel, and it's set in 1970, I think. Or, I'm really sorry about this. 1970, no, is a prequel before The Hunting. No, okay, let's just say 2007, even though it's released in 2015. But let's not think about that. Yeah, so this is like a couple of months after number 3. And this one, we start with a flashback of 1953, and it's all about how her family lives in this jailhouse, like all executioner style, and her father, Josh Stewart, pretty good actor, and is one of the guards, and he doesn't believe that she has abilities. He believes she's making it up, and so he beats her, basically, to make her forget. And it's like, wow, this is just a lovely fucking family right here. And then he shoves her in the basement to make her... teach her a lesson. It's like, okay, dude, whatever. And so the spirits take advantage of that, and it's like, oh, you want light? I'll give you light. And it's like, you just need to open the door for us. And so, as a child, she accidentally opens the door to the other realm, which causes a key hand to come out and cause all this havoc and kill her mother. And the evil dude is Keyface. It's like, what the fuck? And then, flash forward to 2010, just as her... Elise and the Specs and Tucker with, Angus Sampson dude has a mullet. It's like, oh, dude, why? And he's trying to be funny. It's like, don't. And so she gets a call to go back home to sort out this haunting, and so they do that. And also the ghost is actually helping Elise with this case from this guy who bought the house, and it turns out that there's an actual real girl in the basement, and he is the evil dude. It's like, wait, what? And it turns out she gets like, the ghost keeps continuing to help her, and she turns out that her father, Elise's father, did the same thing back in the day, and like tortured actual people, kept them in the basement and all that, making Elise think that it was ghosts even though it was actually real people, causing her to scare her brother. And the story for this one is that she goes back home, finds her brother, like years later or whatever, you know, and he's like, I don't believe you because, you know, this was all just like set up years ago and you used to scare me. And he has daughters, and one of the daughters has the ability. It's like, oh, sweet. So, and the other one, she gets her voice locked up by Keyface. That's a pretty good name. And it's just like, so she can't scream. And personally, in the horror movies, that's the greatest fear, that no one can hear you. It's like, you're trying your hardest to get someone to understand you or to hear you or to believe you, and no one does. And so she goes to the hospital, and they help try and get her out of the spiritual realm. And Keyface has got Elise in there under his power, and so they get the other daughter, the other sister, Imogen, to help out to go into the spiritual world to be able to defeat Keyface and help Elise and all that. And so Keyface is kind of like the devil in a way, from what I assumed, because he had her dad in the spiritual world, Elise's dad, and gave her the bat that beat the living shit out of her, and was like, hey, I've got the temptation, he's the bastard that hurt you, why not do it? And it's like, and so she beats the shit out of him for a while. It's like, oh damn. But then Imogen comes like, no, Elise, you gotta come with me, like, stop this. And she's like, oh yeah, this is bad. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cathartic in a way, like yeah. And then her father gives her, like, as he dies, fully spiritual-wise, it's, I'm sorry, and fades to dust. It's like, that's what she needed. And then she's like, you have no power over me, you can't hurt me. And to get the final help to be needed, Elise's mother, who got hung by Keyface in the beginning, comes to help her. It's like, my daughter, nah. You're like, yay, mum! And, yeah, that, like, this had a few good jump scares. Number 3 had a bit better ones, and number 1 had that awesome one where the red-faced guy was behind Patrick Wilson. You're like, ugh! And this one tried to do the same thing. Like, this one had briefcases in a windpipe and all on top of each other, and you could hear like something crawling towards them, and you know, the heavy breathing, and it's like, okay, here's a jump scare. Open the briefcase, oh look in the inside, and okay, nothing. Go for number 2. Oh look, there's a briefcase, there's bones in that one, and oh no, nothing. Number 3, oh look at the briefcase, there's bones there, oh nothing. Okay, number 4, blah! And so yeah, and it was, so the way it ended, like, she opened the door to the kid in the first movie, Patrick Wilson's kid that Redface is getting, and so it was the call from the family, from the first movie, to set up the number 1, 2, and all that. So it's trying to work it out chronological wise is very confusing, but I really like this one. Like, I enjoyed number 3 because that was pretty good to catch up on and remember and all that stuff. The Insidious series is by Blumhouse, and Blumhouse have done awesomely so far. They've done Get Out, The Visit. I haven't seen The Visit yet. That's with grandmas and all that. Grandma and grandpa. Oh, sorry. The Purge. Love The Purge. And they've got a new movie coming out this year called Hide and Seek. No, Truth or Dare. My bad. Hide and Seek, what the fuck. And Blumhouse know how to do the creep factor wise. Like, the difference between the Conjuring universe and the Insidious universe, in my opinion, Insidious is all about the jump factor, and the Conjuring is all about, oh, we're gonna watch you make this person hang for a while. She's like, okay, you need to breathe. You're like, it's like, we're gonna beat the characters into submission until you're like, do you like them yet? Do you like them yet? Do you like them yet? And it's like, well, yes, I kind of do. But I give The Last Key an 8, and the entire series probably an 8.5 out of story setup, character development, and everything. As the actress who plays Elise, she's done awesomely in all 4. Her character, like, fucking hell, she's lost everyone, and she's been beaten to submission and shit. And there was a scene in the movie where she's scrubbing the floors with her brother when she was 16. There was a noise in the laundry room, and she thinks it's a ghost. And so she's like, oh, what's your name? I'll help you. And the brother doesn't believe her. And then the dad comes, and so he goes to the laundry room, doesn't see anything, and so she runs away. But then, flash forward, turns out it was actually a real woman that the dad kept in the basement that escaped by finding or makeshifting a key. I'm like, good on your hustle. And she escaped, and Elise was actually talking to her, and then when the dad came, she hid, not very well, and the dad found out and beat the living crap out of her as his daughter was running away. It's like, oh, it's the accidental of not believing. Oh, but, so, yeah, 8 out of 10 for The Last Key, and 8.5 out of the entire series. Now, hopefully there are no more, because I don't know where they could go, being that Elise is dead in number 2. And unless they could get that sister to go help, but then they're just making an Insidious universe just for the cash checks now, because with the Conjuring universe, you have Conjuring, Annabelle, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, the Nun is coming, then there's supposed to be Conjuring 3, then there's the Crooked Man. Then I think the Nun 2 is like, okay, this is just getting ridiculous now. I was just like, well, okay. But yeah, if you want some good jump scares, go see this one. I think on Wednesday I'm going to see Winchester, and that's the house that's true story and all that. It just doesn't go anywhere. It's full on horror. But yeah, I'll keep you all notified, of course, because of fresh movie reviews. And yes, so if you've seen this, tell me what you've liked, or if you've watched the entire series of the Insidious series, let's just keep it Insidious, and you enjoyed it, leave a comment of what's your favourite, what's your most shittest thing. Personally, my most shittest thing, Angus Sampson trying too hard. Like, dude, I get it, you're an Australian actor, you're in Hollywood now, act like it. Like, we've seen Chris Hemsworth, and we've seen you, no. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you.